Disclaimer, Fair Use Act, education purpose use only. All rights, image, and music clip belong to their prospective owner, and we do not claim ownership. I need everybody to get in here, because I got straight up receipts. Straight up receipts, gang. Live cam. Y'all know when I showed y'all, well, if you go to my community wall on my post, I shared the link. And the link is this video right here. The link in this video right here. The reason why I shared the link, because this just proof in the pudding. I'm like, man, I don't know. People gonna see what I see. I did so much research, they ain't gonna tell what's really going on. So let me enlighten you. You see this video? Now, this what the news showed on September the 18th, 2017, right? Now I want y'all to look at Kenneka chest. Do you see her chest? I'm finna prove to you this is Zaharie walls. This girl whole body with Kenneka face painted on. So what basically I'm saying, this footage is totally different from this footage. It's the same, but you will see the similarity. Look at Kenneka when she get off on the elevators, right? Just look. Just pay attention to the chest. Don't pay attention to nothing else. Forget about people in the elevators. Forget about everything, the time. Forget about all of it. Even forget about the pistols that you see. All these pistols, you know what I'm talking about? So I just want you to focus on the chest. Boom. You see how thick she is? She's super thick, right? No, that's not Kenneka. Kenneka slim and trim. Let's turn around, boo. All right. Let's focus on the chest only. Look at the chest. Keep scrolling. Boom, boom, boom. You see the eddying? Just pay attention to the chest. Boom. Look at the chest. Wait a minute. Then look at the chest right here. So, look at the difference. Right? Watch the difference. Look at her chest on this one.
Rosemont police released 8 snippets of raw surveillance video from last Friday showing the 19-year-old walking and at times staggering through the halls of the Crown Plaza Hotel. The video did not show Jenkins walk into the free surveillance video from last Friday showing the 19-year-old walking and at times staggering through the halls of the Crown Plaza Hotel. The video did not.
Now y'all see her breast clear as day. But when you go to this footage, they edit the breast part. Look at the breast part. Look at the breast part playing in daytime. All right. See that? Oh. Oh, you see how they edit that breast part? Now watch this without the editing. on the breast.
Police released 8 snippets of raw surveillance video from last Friday showing the 19-year-old walking and at times staggering through the halls of the Crown Plaza Hotel. The video did not show...
Whoa! I'm gonna do it again, gang. Look at the breast part.
Released 8 snippets of raw surveillance video from last Friday showing the 19-year-old walking and at times staggering through the halls of the Crown Plaza Hotel. The video...
Man, you see how big the chest is, but when you go to her, look what you get. Now you see why they had to edit the chest out to look. Cause they don't want Kenneka with those big ass titties. Boom! Man. Hold up. Check this out. It ain't what you think. That's the problem. That's the problem. Right there. I don't think that's a car. If you did research like I did, you would never say that. Cause get what? Check this out. Let me do it like this then. I'm gonna do it like this. Matter of fact, let me do it like this. And do this. Look like the same girl to me. Why you all on me and trying to convince me? That's not her. That's not her. You ain't trying to listen. So you are. Hi y'all. It's over with. Look. If you look, boom, boom, boom. Look at the chest. Her breast sit up. Let me give you a clear image of Kenneka. Kenneka breast, she got big breasts, but hers kind of, hers don't sit up like hers. So that mean who breast them is, they will match this. Hi y'all. Look at Kenneka hips on this. This when she was in the room. Look at her hips. But look at those hips. See the difference? Like and share this one now. Let me blow this up on the big screen right quick. If you look at those hips and look at these hips. If you look at the jeans, look at these jeans. If you look at the ribs, look at these ribs. But as you do a little more research, you will see why the jean jacket, the outfit don't match on the footage. That's what I'm saying. Kenneka is taller than her. Look. If you look at this photo, matter of fact, let me give you a good photo of her. Do I gotta pull it up? No, I ain't got them pulled up, you know what I'm saying? But you know, they bending and squatting it, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know Kenneka is taller than her. She got the same jean jacket, same outfit that Kenneka was wearing, but only difference is it's the ribs. Oh, we need to get those lights up. We finna get those lights up. right now. We finna get those lights up right now. Check this out. This the footage they gave y'all. Look at her chest part.
Police released 8 snippets of raw surveillance video from last Friday showing the 19-year-old walking and at times staggering.
Look at the chest. Look at her chest. Frame by frame. Keep this in mind. That's why they had, you see, this would never move. What they supposed to be? Her coming down between, or there's something around like a. Just look at the chest. Boom. You see the chest? Now look at this one.
Through the halls of the Crown Plaza Hotel.
Boy, you see, look. See that? They had to edit that chest part, bruh. Hold on. This what else I'm finna share with y'all. Watch this. Do you remember? Look, matter of fact, let me go to this. Hold on, what the fuck? Hold on. Do y'all remember when King Rob said, Patrick Brown, where is Justine Baker? Now look at this right quick. You see who he exposed? And I'm going to stop it at a particular time frame. It's coming. Hold up. I want to stop it right there. Now I'm finna go to this video. A Jello shot. If you know who Jello shot is, when Straight Drop was popping on the Kenneka Jiggy case, she was one of these moderators and a close follower. I paid attention to her because when I started getting the letter from Friends Cave, she always gave me the heads up trolling me. Yeah, Trey Gang Straight Drop finna get on your top. So I'm like, what this bitch, what the fuck? Why is she messing with me and telling me what Straight Drop got planned for me and be on the lookout? Cause this is why. What King Raw was exposing. Look. Now I see why she was on my top. This what happened when I started paying attention to some things. Cause I'm like, wait a minute, that's why Jello Shot was on me in the comment. Cause she a subscriber. She don't talk about the Kenneka Jingle. She be in no comments. This why I mention her. Watch this. She in the same picture with her. And guess what else? You gonna find out. You see what I'm saying? Look. Y'all say y'all won't judge it. You would never get it. You would never get it. The Kenneka Jinky community is dead, bro. Kenneka Jinky community is dead. Cause you wanna know why? This simple research that you could find out. This simple information that you could, this how bad they expose they sell, bro. Hold on, watch this. Hold on. This Jello shot. She don't talk about the Kenneka Jiggers at all. Y'all won't even know nothing about this lady. If you did your research, you would know all about this lady. You would know everything about her. Matter of fact, you would know so much about her. Now I see the lights ain't getting up for this tea. Cause check this out. I'm finna end this live in the next 15 minutes. Just let me show you some receipts. Watch this stuff, gang. Hold on. Where I want to go to. Hold up. Let me stop this. This why King Ra was exposing these people. Look. There they go. Look. Look, they all at the funeral home. Ain't that straight drop, right? With a Kenneka Jinky shirt. And he with family members. Watch this. Check this out, gang. Miss Teresa exposed herself so bad. Y'all know when Miss Teresa said, now look, Miss Teresa said, zoom in on this picture. Look at Kenneka's face. When they finally allowed Little Nora and me in there to see Kenneka's lively body, I told y'all before what? Kenneka had a distinct look on her face. Whoa! So that's finna go back to that's why they put a dead Kenneka face on the body and got her walking through the hotel with her eyes closed. So now watch this. You wanna look. You wanna know what's up with the balls theory? Guess what, gang? Guess what I'm finna show y'all about the balls theory. Everybody since I exposed 54 keys. Nobody's not listening, bro. Man, I'm about to break it crack, cause this how bad I want y'all to see and believe. Snap out this shit, bro. Snap out of it. These is true facts. I'm finna go ham. This how I'm finna go ham on these bastards. Alright, hold on. Matter of fact, him. That's who that is on the footage. Not what 54 Keys told you. Ain't this the same person that allegedly balls would be meeting up with? But guess who 54 Keys told you who this was? You see what I'm saying? Keep this in mind. You got balls in the lobby that shaped like Kenneka with a different hairstyle. Hold on. This who this is. Take a good look. Take a good look at him. All right. Check this out. take a good look at Charles Dorsey. Now you got Charles Dorsey with the white chick that's on the elevator. Man, this shit finna make sense now, don't it? Mm-hmm. Hold on. This where Zaharie finna come in there. Yeah. Bro. The Kenneka Jiggy community is dead, bro. Cause after this live video, you won't even remember this shit. Boy, check this out. You won't even look. It's finna be other videos you finna get an entertainment with, and you finna forget about all of this shit. Mark my word. Hold on. So, why do you think Charles Dorsey would be with this white chick? Ain't this going around 1 something in the morning? Hold on, wait a minute. These gonna be dudes that's in the room that nobody ain't interested in when you don't even watch the footage, nothing in. You would never know this. You ain't watch no 36 hour footage. Cause if you did, you got teeth. I'm giving it to other YouTubers that's like, man, look, I wanna look at murder cases, let me look into this. And guess what? You got teeth for the rest of your life. Yeah, you got teeth for the rest of your life. Why you think I'm still sitting here years later and still talking about this shit, bro? Look. Him. That's who on the footage. And guess what? You can look him up and you can solve the case by your goddamn self. That's how public information works. That's how public information works, bro. If you look him up, you will see why Zaharie playing a role on the footage. Simply that. Simply that. Hold up. So, you think a person will be walking on this footage drugged up, so impaired, but know how to cover their face up when they get to the camera? With big titties, wide hips, thick, like this. Hold up. Their giveaway. The titties. Look. Right here. Everybody know that ain't Kenneka titties. Nah. Look at this. That ain't Kenneka titties. Kenneka titties, you know what I'm saying, slump down a little bit. Hers perk, bro. Hers is plump. Big hips. Look at these. Don't these hips match these hips? The damn show don't match these. Zaharie got so much clout that she went and bumped into walls to walls and played Kenneka. And you could tell, and watch this. If you did a little more research, you would see why. Her sister said, I got Kenneka clothes in the trunk. Can you smell her scent? Keep that in mind. Kenneka got a jean outfit on, and the mama was telling everybody, where's my daughter's clothes? You wanna know why it would take so long for her clothes? Cause this her, bruh. At some point in time, her DNA gonna be tested in Kenneka clothes. y'all might hear my pits. I got some brand new pits over here. They public. They 6 weeks old now. I was minding my own business, right? And these people moved a couple of houses down from me, because I always said, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, since Zaharie died, you know what I'm saying, man, I'm just gonna give me 2 female pits, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna find a boy just to breed 2 female pits and gonna breed my own bloodline. And these people really blessed me with 2 female pits. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted me 2 female pits, and then make it so bad when I got the female pit, you know what I'm saying? The neighbor, they stay next door to me, you know what I'm saying? Don't even know I got the dogs or nothing, but they know, you know what I'm saying, that Zaharie died, you know what I'm saying? And because they were like, man, look, you say you want to get, you know what I'm saying, you going to get you a dog. We finna throw our old dog house out. Do you want it? I said, hell yeah, I want that job. So next day, you know, man, bro, don't you see how God work? I got videos on. I'm gonna share them with y'all. But now look, let's get back to the Kenneka chicken cake, right? Now check this out. Y'all finna learn a whole lot when it come to her. Zaharie. Check this out. Let's start out right here. Is that Kenneka body? Type it in my chat right now. We finna start a war. We finna start a war. Is that Kenneka body? Yes or no? Yes or no? Don't be shy. Your comment finna make a whole lot difference. All right. Keep answering the questions. You know what I'm saying? All right. If this ain't Kenneka body, right? Let's prove it. Starting from the chest, we know for a fact Kenneka titties is not plump. Let's prove it. In this video right here. Right? Let's go to this one. Now look at the difference. If you got the real Kenneka in the bathroom, look at her chest, look at the jean jacket and the jeans. They 2 different shades of blue. But on this footage, they the same shade of blue. Same one that she would be having on. See what I'm saying? Hold up. Check it out. Hips, no hips. Hips, no hips. But you got ripped jeans, no ripped jeans. So now hold up, watch this, check this out. Y'all remember Kenneka on Kenneka obituary? Kenneka got on a jean, she got this jean jacket on right here. Not this jean jacket, cause if I show you this footage right here, this finna expose it all. Hold on, watch this. Hold on, gang. Let me do it like this. I'm finna end it right now, gang. Cause you can do your own research and you don't even need me. This just to prove to me when I pray. When I pray. And God told me this, bro. In the vision, bro. Man, look. Man, you see how Zaharie went popular. She got exposed as the best friend. We never thought she was the best friend. We knew she was a friend, but she was the real best friend. She was the real best friend, bro. And when she died, look how popular the girl got. Doing celebrity her, all of this. Selling souls out here, right? Hold on. If you go to this footage, look at this footage. Look at the jacket alone. Can we match these two patches up on the jacket? Matching up to me. Look at the chest. The chest don't lie. Look at her chest. See this? Look at her chest. Look at Kenneka's chest. Her sit up. Kenneka sit low. And you know why I'm so mad? This why I'm really mad. Cause I'm like, damn, I'm really busting Zaharie up. But since she died, bruh, Kenneka is not getting recognized. And her best friend getting recognized for the wrong reason because she drowned. Karma is a bitch. You should have drowned. If I kill Kenneka and put her in the freezer and thinking I got away with it, and if I go on a field trip, everybody be like, man, Trey ain't got something to do with this shit. Trey ain't got something to do with this. And I mysteriously die. You gonna grieve for me? And you know that I had something to do with Kenneka death. Come on, gang. Look how soft the Kenneka chicken case done got. See what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I don't condone in death. I don't, you know what I'm saying, condone in death. I hate to see people die. You see what I'm saying? But I don't have no sympathy for a murderer. A setup chick. I don't give a fuck cause she a hairstylist and doing celebrity hair. What the fuck that got to do with anything? The bitch sold her soul for that. That's what she wanted to do. She sold her soul to do celebrity hairstyle. And who was celebrity hairstyle? Name me one celebrity that will come out and say she did my hair. I bet you ain't now one finna come out. You see what I'm saying? Name me one celebrity that's finna come out and say, yeah, Zaharie did my hair. Cause then they're gonna have to explain like, damn, look when y'all were young. Look when y'all was young. Kenneka 19-year-old, y'all still teenagers, bro. You hold on. Let's get back to this goddamn footage. Play and pray. Look, you see how big her chest sit up? Look at the chest, bro. Look at the hair line in the middle of her head. Who else would have a deep ass middle line in the hair of her head for the hair to flip over the line? And you know Kenneka Jenkins hair with flat iron. You see what I'm saying? Look at the hair. I'm a male, bro. Y'all females. Y'all females, y'all know the difference between a fucking hairline. If you could look at this head, look at her head, and look at Kenneka's head, bro. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me go to Kenneka hair. Should I go to Kenneka hairstyle? Did I download that? No, I don't even need to do that. Because you know the hairstyle. Let's play the footage. Look at this. See this? Bruh, you got lights on. You see the light reflection. You see where the lights at. You see all these lights on, but the mysteriously, the footage dog. Man, these folk got this girl walking, thinking she walking in the dark. They got us thinking she walking in the dark, but it's very lit up down. Look at the hips. Boom. That's why the hair, look, if you got all these lights, why it's so dark right here? Matter of fact, you even go to this. Go to this footage. Look, you see how it's completely lit up? It's bright as fuck down here, but mysteriously, when they get close to that chest part, everything blacking out. And then look, do I need to go to the head again? This is a perfect example. See this head slope? Come on, man. You got a distinctive, you got an egghead, bitch. Look at the head, bro. Do the head match this head? Let me know. Watch this. Look at Kenneka's facial expression when she get off on the elevator. Tell me this, y'all. Do y'all walk and change your facial expression every step? Every step, your facial expression change. Watch this. Everybody go to this. Hold on. Zoom in. If you on your phone, zoom in on this picture. Watch this. Check it out. I'm finna show you what exactly I'm talking about. Bro, the Kenneka Jigga case is dead, bro. Look, a person like that don't even walk like that drugged up. See how thick her hips is? Now look. Now pay attention to the face. Now we finna pay attention to the face. Watch this. Look. Watch out her face. Look, 1 frame, 2 frame, 3 frame. Look, you see how thick she is? Right here, she thick just like her best friend. Same fucking body. So we finna match her face up on this one, cause she like to have that deep part in the middle. When I say that deep part, look how deep the part is for the hair. Man, I'm not no beautician, bro. And it's gonna make me mad when I see females in the chat act like they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when I say, look, that deep ass part in her head, but look how the hair come over the part. You see what I'm saying? Like, cause I know Kenneka, her laid close to her scalp. Watch this. Check this out. Look at Kenneka's face. We know that's the body now. Just look at the face. Soon when they get close to the camera, cause it's gonna be blurry at this point. Watch this, y'all. Check this out. Look, just look at the face. Look at the face. Boom. There's one shot. Boom. Look. Another shot. Watch this. Look, you see how her hair all over? Come on, bro. Hold on now. Watch this. Check this out. Look at the hair. Come on, that ain't no flat iron scrape. Guess what they trying to cover up? This how her hair really was on the footage when she dressed like her. You see this? That's why the little notice said how was her hair. That would be obvious on the footage if you just say if y'all was into making videos. Just say like if you was into making videos, it could be videos about anything. As long as you know about editing. If you learn the true skills of editing, you will see boom. Cause now I got to go back to Irene line when the girl was sitting back on the headrest. So now look what's finna happen in the next frame. Boom, look, next frame. This just one frame. Another frame. Another frame. Look at Kenneka facial expression. Just look at the Kenneka facial expression. Look. Now look. You see the hair now? Check this out. Now you see the red boxes? Check this out. This is why the red boxes finna throw you off. Cause they finna be like, oh, somebody got to be with her. Cause look, somebody got to be in this area. No, that ain't the case. She by her fucking self. The red box supposed to go like this. Boom. Trace the body. Up and down. Tracing like you see on your regular security cam. See what I'm saying? So they threw you out with the red box like, ooh, somebody got to be her, somebody got to be there, somebody got to be there, and she the only one. Check this out. She the only one. Look. Boom. Look at the hair. Look how what you finna happen. Look what's happening every frame. Look at the face. That's why you got the red box here. It's to cover up the face and the body. You can tell by the height. Look, we got to start from the head to the chest in this area. Girl. Now you see why the red box shaped like the way it's shaped? Only thing they did was just scratch it out to her and make you think like, yeah, these people over here. Nah, they just idiot this part because the red box finna throw everybody off on the real glitch. Cause watch this. Boom. Look. Look at Kenneka's face. Look at the hair. Boom. Watch this. Look. Her mouth open, right? Look, look, look. Shit. Shit. Hold on, look at the face. Watch how her face finna change in one frame. Boom. That's why you got that red. Oh, look, watch this. Bam. Now that's the real Kenneka face. Look what her face look like now. Look what her face look like now. That's Kenneka, bro. Check this out. They had to edit it. Then look at Kenneka's face. Look at the emotion on her face. And watch at the another frame. Check this out. Do anybody walk looking sad and take a step and look like this? Stop it. Look. Look at the next facial expression. Look at the next facial expression. Look at the head. Look at the head guy. You see that? Look. Boom. They got Kenneka body on this girl body, bro. Look at the hips. Look at the hips. Hold on, y'all. Let me calm Nate down. Let me calm him down. What's up? Right now. All right, I'm gonna take y'all out. Hold on, guys. Let me take them outside right now.
that thing that happened at the hotel was supposed to happen. They alter your mind. They are mind-controlling people. People can alter your mind and make you say things that you wouldn't. So when people say she was supposed to go to the movies, right? What you think made her say yes to the hotel? Be for real. When I made that video, when I was talking about God, I was trying to talk to Kenneka. Because we're spiritual. We are living in these last days. Like, seriously. And they killed that girl. Whoever put her in that program, that gay stalking program, they killed that girl. They had that girl beat up and put in the freezer. They had that little girl beat up and put in a freezer to freeze her organs so that they could get her organs. Because what y'all don't know is organs are a lot of money. Your eyes, your heart, your liver, your lungs, your kidneys are worth a lot of money. I'm not trying to be no...
Now this
I'm not trying to be no, like, conspiracy theorist. But everything I'm speaking on, I know for a fact. That girl don't even have a tombstone on her grave.
My bad, y'all. Look, my microphone disconnected. What I was saying is, that's why you got this Zaharie to throw it off on the best friend. Because when they was exposing the best friend at first, they had to recount their story and give you this Zaharie to make up for what the truth they gave you in the beginning. So they had to give you her to be like, no, this ain't the Zaharie, her. You know, now this ain't the Zaharie of, you know what I'm saying? Cause look, I'm finna go back to the photos of the tattoo. Now you finna see why the tattoo's finna be edited.
But her mother driving a car, a new car. You moved, but your daughter don't have a tombstone. Zach, and this is gonna hurt. See, I didn't know Kenneka, but I knew Zach. And we had a lot of conversations. They killed my... Zach, that wasn't no gang related. That was an orchestrated fucking hit. Because he was digging into the... Excuse me. Because he was digging into the case. Okay? Zach unlocked the key to this whole shit. And they were scared. So they killed them. Because they were scared that with the movie he was being made, he was going to tell too much. They felt like the deeper he got, the more he was going to tell. The more people was going to get in trouble. They couldn't take that risk, so they killed them. For no reason. Because he wanted to get justice for a girl who family don't even get justice for. This game is deeper than what y'all think. Y'all want to know how I got into this whole Kenneka thing? Well, I'm about to tell y'all. I was put in this. This is a program. This is for propaganda, y'all. This is propaganda. They put us in this to confuse y'all. To confuse y'all. They put them girls, Monifa and Maya, Irene, because they wanted them to be the fall guys. They wanted to be the fall guys because it's deeper than what y'all think. The government is plucking us out of here. Anybody who they feel got a voice. Anybody who they feel talk too much. Anybody they feel could change the world. They pluck them. They pluck them. And me not knowing Kenneka, but me seeing her and hearing stories, she was a vibrant soul. Always.
The #1 trick to get rid of back rolls forever. Most women think that bra bulges are unavoidable, but it's big brands that have failed to make bras that truly support women. So women are forced to buy bras that dig into our backs, push our skin outwards, to create the bra bulge that make us feel so uncomfortable. But ladies, it's time to ditch your unflattering bras.
Bye forever.
And get the Shapermint Wireless Shaping Bra. It literally sucks in your back and underarms to prevent the rolls and bulges. There's no side boob spillage, shapes your boobs perfectly, and is totally seamless under clothes. So I've been using the wireless shaping bra from Shapermint since I came across one of their ads on Instagram 3 months ago. I bought 3 of them in different colors, and I have to say it, I'm impressed because this one has the support of an underwire bra, but without the wires. They're so comfortable, I don't even want to take them off all day. And they're not like those lousy sports bras that show everything. In fact, they offer so much coverage, people don't even notice I'm wearing a bra. If you add to that the modern foam cups, buttery soft fabric, and the adjustable straps, you can say that this bra is a miracle, especially for large boobs girls like me. That's why it doesn't make sense to keep struggling with painful wires, gapping cups, or straps digging in. Honestly, if you want to get a perfect fit with unbeatable comfort, head over to Shapermint and get these amazing wireless shaper bras.
Okay, for game night?
Royal Kingdom is a brand new puzzle game that just launched, so we don't need these.
Wait, what? Hey!
Or these.
Those are my games.
I told you, all we need is Royal Kingdom. You can build kingdoms by solving puzzles. Here.
Oh, wow, that is fun.
Yeah.
You're right. We don't need these games.
And it's free to download.
Well, don't need these.
You don't even need Wi-Fi.
See you later, router.
And best of all, no ads.
No ads.
You got, back it up, back it up.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
No.
Was that an overreaction?
Maybe. But this game is awesome.
Can we play the game now? Download Royal Kingdom today.
He put his hand out like to shake her hand, and that's when she noticed he wasn't letting go. When she's pulling away, he pulled her down, it looks almost like a quarter of a block, get her into her car.
I heard a scream, and the scream was different. It was like a help me scream.
How could it be that a young woman who gets off a SEPTA bus blocks from her house is abducted by a total stranger?
During the time of November, it was a lot of leaves on the trees and stuff, so they was like draping over it. So this area right here was very dark, especially at nighttime.
Dwayne Fletcher left his German.
Hey, my bad about that, gang. I had to take the dogs out to go take a leak and stuff. I just made it back in time. All right, now look, this is where I want to get back to. Remember J-Lo shot? You see this? Remember J-Lo shot, right? Once you remember J-Lo shot, remember this. Remember that. Pow. This what 54 Keys don't want to tell nobody. Yeah, let me expose 54 Keys, the big YouTuber. You know what I'm talking about? Let me do it at the finest. Hold up. Now you finna see why 54 Keys said this about Baba. I'm gonna get back to the images right quick. Let me go to this. 54 Keys. Let's go to Ball. Now you finna see why the hair, don't it go back to the hairstylist? Who would be the hairstylist? Who would be the hairstylist? Hold up. That's all 133 likes and we got almost 300 people in here. Paya gang, take notes. This why the Kenneka Jenkins case did. The hair changed. We gonna act like we don't know who is the hairstylist. We gonna act like we don't know who is the celebrity hairstylist, right? So let's put this two together, right? Since when it come to the hairstylist, let's listen what she said about the hairstylist. Watch this. Check it out, gang. Man, these folk ran game on y'all, bro. Here we go. Here we go, Jack.
I want to show y'all a couple things.
Why is
I didn't address back then, so I'm going to address it now. Come on. Ride with me. On Sunday, September the 10th, Kenneka was found dead in that hotel freezer at the Crown Plaza. And we was all in an uproar. Everybody that took a hold to this case couldn't understand what had just happened and what they was trying to tell us. Now, there was talk of, release the tape.
Now look at Kenneka outfit. That's the same jacket she gonna be wearing on the footage. To image, y'all see, look at the jean jacket. This Kenneka real jean jacket. Not this one. Hold on. Not this one. Not this one. Hold up. If you look at that, well, I need to go to my photo to where she was at. Now look at this jean jacket. Now you finna see why. Oh man, these folks slick switching clothes. Look. Miss Reese said she had a disgusting look on her face. When Miss Reese said she had a disgusting look on her face, then Miss Reese said that when she said, yeah, when they told me when I could finally view the body, when I seen her laying there, she had a disgusting look on her face. So why was she saying this then? If you zoom in on the picture and all of this, she had a disgusting look on her face. That look like Kenneka dead in this picture. You see this? Look. Miss Teresa knew that wasn't her daughter. Look how Kenneka hair laid flat on her head. Not like this. Not like that. Not like this. It's laid too flat on the head. Come on, man. Check this out. Hold up. This why 54 Key threw y'all off on ball. Y'all remember, check this out, peep game. Look at Kenneka hips on this one. You know that ain't Kenneka body. Let's be real. Thumb me up. That's not her. That's not the body. That's not Kenneka body. Look.
You know, everybody wanted to see the tapes. We wanted to see Kenneka actually walk in this freezer. You know, we got the lives from Irene, from Ty, and then they finally gave us the footage. Now,
she finna go along with everything what they put out instead of solving the case. Check it out.
Now, when all of this started to happen, there was a lot of people reporting on this case. YouTubers, newspaper articles, the news broadcasters. I mean, everybody was on this case. Now, one article in particular came out. I highlighted it right here from the Chicago Tribune, and it's dated September the 13th. Now, in this article, now again, this is what, 3 days after they found Kenneka. In this article, one of the things that stood out was the fact that they said at 3:20 a.m. that Saturday.
Keep this in mind. This at 1:20. This at 1:20. This finna expose the case even more. Blue will be going on the footage at 1:20. Y'all never looked at it like this here. Look. 120. Oh, that means this who will be getting off on the elevators at 120. Well, according to this footage, 125. But if you go to Balls 54. If you go to 54 with the ball theory, hold on. Oh man, it's finna go down. Cause we still talking about the hairstylist, right? We still talking about the hairstylist. And guess what all the hairstylists finna go back to? If you did your research, you see why 54 Keys got all the content when it comes to the blue jacket, the dudes, cause them Zaharie people. See this? Them Zaharie people, bruh. You see what I'm saying? That's why they had to throw Blue Jacket off. That's why they had to throw the Blue Jacket off and had y'all thinking the dude was in the Blue Jacket in the kitchen hiding. Right? Then when you go to 1:30, watch this. You can add this narrative up at 1:30 to 2 o'clock with this. With this.
That Kenneka was seen on surveillance video staggering, drunk near the front desk, according to authorities. Okay? The family says they wasn't told about this until 10 p.m. that night, meaning Saturday night. Because we all remember the footage of when Miss Teresa and them went up there. Remember at about 8:30, they called the police on them. Because they up there trying to find Kenneka. Now, in this article right here, at 3:20 a.m., this is what was going on in that lobby. Pay attention.
Look who she will be meeting up with. Can I share this again? Hold on. Matter of fact, let me share this again, gang. Hold up. Y'all remember this? Ooh, wee. Look, do you remember this photo? Look who he is. And check this out. This is public information. And this is the reason why I'm mad. This information is so public, you can look this up on your own. And you can determine, be like, damn. Let me create a Kenneka Jenkins channel and let me expose the truth. Look what I found out. Look, watch this. Check it out, gang. Now you see why she would say this. Hold up. Get it, girl. Get it, girl.
When this girl walked through the lobby, I started to call her Bawbaws because of her hairstyle. You know, y'all know how I feel about that. It ain't for everybody. But
so you mean to tell me you don't think that's Kenneka now? Ooh, bro! If you don't see the game that 54 ran on y'all, she talking about the hairstylist. Then King Ron mentioned the hairstylist and told everybody what this lady a part of. So ask yourself, why Miss Teresa said how my daughter get outside in that parking lot? If you got the best friend perpetrating her on the lower level, distracting everybody, that's Kenneka right there in the lower level, but Kenneka really in the lobby going outside to the parking lot. Boom! That's why Leonora was like, who did her? I mean, she say, if you look in the beginning, King Rob told everybody, look who did Kenneka her before she came to the hotel. Cause guess what? It go back to the 6. If Kenneka ran in her mama car, instead of thinking Bree got a pocket ticket on the 6, man, that was that best friend had that pocket ticket on the 6 still in Kenneka car with the mama. Y'all ain't listening. Cause you know what? If you cared about Kenneka Jenkins case, you know this receipts her. This ain't no this is a conspiracy theory. These receipts, busting them up, and you ain't like, I'm finna shut this bitch down, bro, and show you, bro, that, man, look, the Illuminati real. Bruh, we gonna do Zaharie in and drown out everything about Kenneka. Look, so look what be going on at one song. Ooh-wee. Ain't that's a perfect reaction to do? You got Kenneka in the lobby and you got the best friend in the lobby. And remember when Andrew Holmes said, yes, we seen her in the lobby at 320. 320? Look what will be going on at 320 when you knock 2 hours off at 120. When you add phone data to it. I'm ready to go. The dick little. You see what I'm saying? Hold on. Matter of fact, this why you got, check this out. You got the best friend on the lower level and Kenneka in the lobby with who? Him. Where he at? Him. But guess who 54 told you who this was? Guess who 54 told you who this was, bro? Instead of exposing him, because you can find out about this sucker. Yeah, you can find out a whole... Look, you will find out so much about this sucker, you will see, you will be like, damn, he connected all to the staff member. Hold on, watch this. Check this out. Remember this?
But she comes in, she start talking to the guy that we know to be Trevante Howard, and then him and her leave out. Now, don't forget.
She said his name is Trevante Howard. Watch this. Trevante Howard. All of this go back to one song. Y'all see this gang them? This one Monique for partner. This was Zaharie. This is Zaharie people here, bruh. Look. Hold on. Let's go to what they said about, I think she said hold on. Damn, I got to go back. I should have played that video. It's finna go back to him. To this white chick. Hold on, bro. Man, we got 300 people in here, bro. And you mean to tell me, before I say this, let me say this. We've been here a long time in conspiracy mode. We had different YouTubers spinning us in narratives and stuff. You see what I'm saying? Even the police gave us footage, all of this, even me Teresa lied, like that's my dog on the footage. Gina McGill was exposed and Mitchell Reason said, that's not your dog on that footage. We know who the real person is on the footage. You see what I'm saying? Don't this white girl finna link back up? Check this out. Trey Gang went live and actually found out who this white girl is. Actually found out why would she would be coughing right here. Guess what time it will be? Before this. So when King Rob was like, yeah, it was a reenactment. Think about a reenactment. If you lure Kenneka out the room at one something said I'm ready to go, who will lure her out the room? Her best friend that's dressed up like her. So Kenneka will be going to the parking lot while her best friend playing drunk going to a lower level. And that's where the beating would start, in the parking lot. Can that make sense? Yeah, do that make sense now? Do that make sense? Only thing Miss Teresa got to do is just admit, that's my daughter right there on that footage right here. That's her. So that's why the news reporter said, yeah, people assume that that's not your daughter getting off on that elevator. And people said somebody was in the elevator with her. If you recall, do you think somebody was in the elevator? And guess what Miss Teresa said? I think she needed help. She needed assistance. And this the best friend. Why you think you never seen Zaharie at protesting, standing side by side with Miss Teresa? Don't you think the best friend supposed to be in the mama present? So when Andrew Holmes was covering up at 320, look what be going on at 320. That's really at one something. Pow! So when Andrew Holmes said at one something, oh, she was making her way to the lower level. This how much power Zaharie got. This who sacrificed her. Don't y'all remember that movie, Sisters? That Hollywood movie, The Trap Sisters? It wasn't never the sisters. It supposed to be the best friends. Look, if you do your research right now on Andrew Holmes, guess who Andrew Holmes related to? If you can't answer that question, you ain't did no research. You just a motherfucker just on here just looking for an answer. And you would get manipulated. Since you ain't doing no research, you would have a person come on the Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and all this and tell you, oh yeah, well this was going on, and it's so simple you could do it yourself. Who you think did living over here for the Dr. Oz? Pay y'all. Pay y'all Uncle Fed. Shout out to Uncle Fed. Man, Uncle Fed, turn that chat up right quick. Man, let them folk know what's going on, bruh. Look, watch this. Check this out. When Andrew Holmes said, yeah, I saw Kenneka. Well, matter of fact, look at this image. Who you see on the image? Why you think the news asked Leonora, hey, you know about the girl with the white tee on? With a knife in her hand? Now go back to this. You see who? Zaharie. Playing the role while Kenneka walking out the lobby with him. With him. Man, Teresa and Andrew Holmes is related and it's public information. Uncle Fed, them folk won't know that until they look it up. Until then, if they don't look it up, stay conspiracy mode. Check this out. I done had so much. Look at it like this here. I done had enough of this shit, bro. Man, I been here so long, bro. Not done peep game and you didn't peep game yet. Y'all done peep game yet? I'm not that type of nigga putting nigga in conspiracy mode, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause you could just simply look Andrew Holmes' name up and see who he related to. That's why Miss Teresa said this. Check this out. Watch this. Hold on. Let me go to Miss Teresa page. Let me go to Miss Teresa page alone and show you this shit. Hold up. Matter of fact, let me do it like this. Hold up. Where they goddamn video at? Let's go to this shit. Let's go to the post. Let's see what she said about Andrew Holmes. Do this sound like relatives, or do this sound like somebody she just met that's calling themselves a private investigator if they ain't related? Hold on, wait a minute. Man, this shit so crazy, bro. Hold on, wait a minute. This ain't no. Is that a video? Right here. The first time I noticed I was getting a snake. What that means? What you mean you get snake? That means when you was on the news report, they were like, how you know Andrew Holmes? She was like, Andrew Holmes just popped out the blue and said he a private investigator. That wasn't true. That wasn't true. That's why Andrew Holmes been covering all of those West Side little girls missing and come up raping on the West Side. He been covering this shit. Hold on. Look. Matter of fact, let me go to this. The same white, hold on, where I need to go to when they talking about hold on. I gotta go to ball. Yeah, ball gang. Hold on. I gotta go to ball with y'all right here. My bad, y'all.
Forget in that article, it said that at 3:20, she was seen on surveillance staggering, drunk, near the front desk. She ain't look like she was staggering to me. I mean, she walked in, started talking to dude, and left.
And this would be at 116, almost at 120. At 120, and look who she would be meeting up with. Him. Not who 54 said who he was. What's the...
But this is what they put out there. And so for a very long time, you know, we all went back and forth on whether or not this was Kenneka. And two of the things that had me kind of on the fence about it was the fact that...
Now y'all could tell that's the real Kenneka. Cause don't y'all know, check this out. Kenneka, I seen Kenneka in the same outfit with Timberland boots.
The hair was different. And if you notice, Baw's looked like she had on maybe some boots.
See that? Why would you say that her different? Her difference? I see why would the her would be different. It was a setup. Everybody exposes the hairstylist is the best friend. This the real Kenneka, bro. Check this out. You want to know how you can prove this? This the real Kenneka? That's why Liver Nose said, how was her when she came out that hotel? Not the room, but out the hotel. Some of y'all ain't paying attention. What you mean at the hotel, Liver Nose? At the hotel? Yeah, how was her hair? Meaning that at some point in time, her hair got swapped. And they had to look, since she in the freezer, let's redo the hair. And you wanna know why King Ross said, yeah, if you got a best friend that's a hairstylist and do makeup, it can make you look glamorous, and you don't mean to tell me you got a body in the freezer and you gonna be the one that gonna, man, look, do her hair. Can't you ask Trey Gang? Trey Gang do what with? Man, well, what the fuck I'ma do? I'm not do this shit. Ask Monifa. Monifa, do her hair. Monifa gonna fuck everything up. But guess what? Check this out. Don't you know the cold part about this case? What I just recently found out. Now I see all those tattoos around her belly. Now I see why Rosemont had to edit Kenneka tattoos in the freezer. Boy, this shit finna get gang gang. Oh, man, this shit finna get so gang gang. Cause once you go back to the photo of the freezer pics, hold on. Keep this in mind. That's not Kenneka chest. Look at the bra and look at this bra. Hips, no hips, different set of jeans. Watch this. Look. You see the star tattooed on Kenneka back? I'm finna make everybody look at this shit different now. Cause you finna be like, damn, I never look at these pictures that way till you see something about it. Now y'all see the jean jacket? You see how it's ripped at the bottom? You see how it's ripped at the bottom? Not on this one. Cause this jean gonna be ripped up right up in this area. See that? Hold up. Check this out. I got a better one, Uncle Fed. Check this out. I got a better one, Uncle Fed. Look. That one boob alone. That one boob alone. You could trace this boob back. Check this out. Come on now. You could trace this boob back to an implant. Who titty would be sitting up high like this? her best friend. Mm-hmm. Watch this. Check this out. Hold up. This is a well-lit area on the lower level. Look how dark she is. But check this out. If you look at the hair, it ain't flat iron straight close to the scalp like how you see in this video. In this picture. Where that picture at? Kenneka. Damn, I got to pull it up, gang. Hold on. Hold up. Matter of fact, I'm finna get so mad. Hold on, y'all. Here we go. I'm finna pull it up. Hold up. Damn, I thought this the picture right here. Look at Kenneka profile picture. It's flat to the scalp. Not fuzzy. A hairline that she would have in the middle of her head with thick hips with big chest. Do y'all see how Zaharie got her face done? She got her whole body done, bro. She looked totally different from the time the murder happened. You see what I'm saying? She looked totally different, bro. Hold up. Look at this. They had to edit all the tattoos. If you go to on Kenneka body, you're gonna be like, damn, Kenneka had these certain tattoos. But if you look on her body, you will see why she had to get tattooed to cover up. You would never know if you ain't did no research. This what you would be missing when you would do no research, right? Watch this. Check this out. This what you would be missing when you do no research, right? Boom! You see this? That would be at 1:49 at what time? Not on September the 10th. Not on September the 10th. So guess what? If this at 1:49 on September 9th at 1:49, right? Look what Trey got trying to show y'all. How she got in the freezer. With balls. Look. That's why Miss Teresa said, show me that camera above that freezer. Look at it like this here, gang. This finna hit different. If Miss Teresa said she made it outside at some point in time, right? We ain't even gonna put a timestamp on. But just say we see Kenneka and her meeting up with him. They finna go outside. And Andrew Holmes said, yeah, Kenneka was in the lobby at 3-something, right? And we know this gonna be at 1-something. So it's safe to say that, damn, that's why Miss Teresa said when she made it outside, how she get in that parking lot and got beat up and meet in the pool area. When they come to Fred's K, because he said, yeah, this happened around 1 and 2 o'clock when I got the call saying come to the pool quick. I got the call from Lenny. Why would you get a call from Lenny and you reported to Risco and she known for, man, stop it. Stop it. Miss Teresa should have never, if Miss Teresa was a part of the cover up, she should have never said, how did Kenneka make it outside that parking lot? And the public was like, well, damn, what footage you watching? What do you know? Why you throwing little hints out there? And the footage don't show this, but do the footage show this? Cause this is what the lobby will be showing. What Andrew Holmes talking about. Mm-hmm. So look, why do you think Miss Teresa found a pocket ticket for the 6 in the car and hurry up and like, oh shit, Kenneka wasn't her. And Miss Teresa never mentions Zaharie was supposed to be the best friend while we all grieving in our feelings, desperate to find out the truth. And Miss Teresa never said this was her best friend, but kept Monique in the spotlight. Yeah, you said you was her friend. And next thing you know, when the girl died, when the Zaharie died, you got big YouTubers, Instagrammers, Twitter, and said this Kenneka best friend. How they know that? Why would they say best friend? If Zaharie would never mention as a best friend in the beginning till King Rob said it. Look, if you look at Kenneka on this footage with a totally another hairdo, a totally another hairdo, while her friend, guess who 54 Keys say who the dude was? Watch this, y'all.
On the balcony, it looked like she has on a gray shirt and not a white shirt.
And this
but that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I mean, if you think about it, if she got on this white shirt right here, and there's what appears to us to look like blood on the.
Look at Kenneka's face expression. Watch this. Check this out. Watch how your face expression finna change every step you take. Every step you take, right? Watch this, y'all. On the girl body, on her best friend body. So that means all these pictures they took of Kenneka was in her last moment. Watch this. Look at the face. One frame. Boy, do they look like a scared Kenneka? Look at their facial expression. One frame. You got another. Look. Next frame. Boy, look at the facial expression, bruh. Watch this. Another facial expression. Look. Look how they got the hair. You got to cover the footage up about editing the hair. You got the face planted. Now you got to worry about the hair. That's why you still got the red boxes. That's why you still got the red boxes. Look. Watch the other face expression. So they let you know what pictures they were taking of Kenneka face to put it on her. Because if you look at actually Kenneka real face, you will see the disgusting look that Miss Teresa was talking about. Hold on. I'm finna show you where it finna look like a Zaharie at. Watch this. Hold up, watch this shit. Let me put a Zaharie over her and let me boost her head up. Tell me to stop when you see her face. Y'all ready? Click in one frame. Boom. That's one frame. Keep going. Y'all want me to keep going? One frame. Boom. Pay attention to the boxes. The red boxes. This is where the editing gonna come in at. Check it out. One frame. Boom. Boy, you see how this, you see why they needed that red box in this right here, that little line right there. Stop. Ooh-wee. Let me click it one more frame. Let me click it one more frame. Boom. It's finna get closed. Cause you already seen her picture. You already seen her face. And they finna switch to Kenneka face in different frames, bruh. Look, I'm showing y'all. Look, watch this. Next frame. Bam! Look at Kenneka face. Look at Kenneka face. What that emoji look like? I'm gonna stop it right there. Look at that facial expression. This Kenneka last moments. If you look at Kenneka last moments, watch how her face finna change in one frame. So you mean to tell me her face expression finna change before this foot? This foot. Step over the next foot. Watch this. Different facial expression. Look, check this out. Look at the face expression. Look at the hair. Just pay attention to the hair in the chest. You got lights over her. If you got this area lit up, like you can see the reflection on the floor. It's so buff and shining. You can see all the light. One light, two light, and a third light. You're gonna see one light here, right? Watch this. Next frame before this foot come over this foot. Another face expression. Boy, that look like a scary look, don't it? Since that look like a scary look, look at the hair. Look how tall she is. Ain't this a short girl? Look, watch this. Check this out. One frame. Totally another different face expression. The next frame. Boom. You see how it just got different snapshots of different emojis of Kenneka face in her last moments? Damn. They just like Trey Gang will be looking sad. They just like me getting off on the elevator, right? I'm getting off on the elevator. I'm just saying I'm drunk. How is my facial expression will be changed before I take another step? So that means I'm looking sad, angry, mad, confused, all before I take a step. Look how many screens, look at the face. Look how many screenshots they had to take to edit it, to put it on her body. Watch this. Boom. Watch this. Look at the chest. Look at this shit, bruh. This word's finna come in there. The hair gave it away. Boom. Look at Kenneka last moment. Bam. That's a crime. So that means at some point she got off on this elevator, bruh. And this what she will be experimenting in her last moment. That shit hit different now. 400 and we ain't even got 300 likes for this girl. Zaharie Wall, you mean to tell me Zaharie Wall got more clout than Kenneka, bro, and she playing her on the footage? Next frame. Look at this frame. Look at the facial expression. Watch this. Boom. Whoever that is destroyed. Don't want to go. Look. Next frame. One more frame. Boom. Watch how the frame. Watch how the face finna. Watch how it's finna morph to another face. Watch this. Next frame. Next frame. Next frame. Look. Watch this. Boom. She went from being scared into start smiling. Boom. Look. Who this would look like now? With big hips. Big hips. Who head matched this head? One frame, boom, watch this. She starts, look, she finna start, look at the hair. Look at the hair. This is a well-lit area. Everybody take photos. Everybody knows, let me get the lighting right so you can know what I'm saying. You will never see a dark spot in the bright light, bro. The next frame. Watch this. Look at it. Start smiling. Check it out. Watch this. Look at the hair. Look. Why would her face will be dark and you got 100-watt light bulbs? And you mean to tell me it's dark? It will be. Come on, bro. Look at the hips. Still look at the hips. Look at the body. This is not Kenneka body. You got a face on the body. You look at the head. Don't the head match in the same hairstyle? Next frame. You don't see the face at all. Why would you don't see no face? And you got this whole area lit up with lights. Lights. It should be no dark spots on the body. You got lights that finna show your face. Now you see why they don't want to show the face, and this why it's all black right here. You see how it's all black? Look, boom. Yeah, you can't make that face out. No, you can't make, but you can make that jacket out though. But you can make, guess what you can make out? That outfit, cause look how that outfit finna look. Boom. Check this out. Boom. Look at that outfit though. Look at the real, jeans. Boy, that was a dead giveaway. Bam, look, whoa, ooh, wee. Again. Look. Check this out. Oh, you don't see no hole. You don't see no holes in these. Watch this.
Like some Timbs or something, some wheat Timbs. And we know that Kenneka came in the hotel wearing some Jordans, the Wolf Grays to be exact. So those were the two things that stood out: her hair and her shoes. So
look at this image. Look at Kenneka's face on this footage. That's Kenneka's face, bruh. No doubt. That's Kenneka's face. Guess where they got the facial expressions from? I can show you one on right here. Watch this. Y'all remember when Miss Teresa said she had a disgusting look on her face? Watch this. Boy, I'm finna expose Miss Teresa to the... Ooh, right here. Right here. You see this face of Kenneka? Guess where they took that picture from? To get this image to plant it on the body. Keep this in mind. The same thing what Miss Teresa said. Hold on. Kenneka had what? A distinctive look on her face. Look. Here is the look. She pointing this out on the footage. She said this is a look of the distinctive. Kenneka look like somebody agitating her. Look like somebody was aggravating her. Ain't she talking about this footage? Alright. I'm gonna show you why they had to edit the tattoos and have all this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Now you finna see why. Hold on. Matter of fact, goddammit. Miss Teresa interviewed. What she said about the
okay, we're gonna go back to that. I'm sorry, please forgive me.
It's okay, she really was at this hotel. So I guess I'm trying to figure out, how did they discover her in the freezer?
Okay, when my daughter went up there.
Your other daughter?
Yes, my other daughter, Lenore. Okay. When she went up to the hotel, when I came, after me returning back home, she headed out the door as I was coming in, her and two of her friends. And when they got up to the hotel, they asked, the person at the front desk if they can look on the cameras and see once again, if they see, if Kenneka was there.
Right.
And they stated to her also as well that it was a police matter. So she calls 911 as well. And the police suggested that and told her that he couldn't leave and come up to the hotel to meet her. She would have.
So you mean to tell me Trey Gang ain't finna hit him up with this one? Hold on. With this? Hold up. Wait a minute. Is this a receipt? Thumb me up. Is this a receipt? I'ma let that sit right here. Why? These people sitting up here, you got these big platforms sitting up here talking about Kenneka best friend died on y'all accident and giving this girl glorified, but this bitch played Kenneka on the footage. Hold up. Do y'all see how curly the hair is? If you look at this photo, man, watch this. Look at this photo. You see how curly her hair is? I always mention it. And I'm like, look, y'all. Because she coming from the bathroom, but she went over there by the water fountain. You can do anything. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Look. Guess how her hair really was on the foot. Do this make sense? Watch this, y'all. Check this out. Hold on, where is it? Matter of fact, let me go to this. Damn, where the video? Where the picture? Hold on. Right here. You see that hairstyle right here? Look at that hairstyle. And look at this hairstyle. Pow! It's over with. Look at the hair. Look at the edges. Look at the edges. Look at the edges. Man, you don't feel me. Look at the edges. Look. Bruh. Man, stop playing with me. Man, if you feel me, we supposed to been at 300 likes. We don't get 300 likes, goddamn it, in the next 15 minutes, bro. I'm through talking about this shit, bro. Cause watch this. Let me show you the footage when the hair changed. Hold on, let me show you when the hair changed. I want to earn this shit. I want to earn my likes. Watch this. Boom. Right here. Let me go to this. And let's go to the we gotta go to the bathroom, John, on this one. Lower level bathroom on this one. Look at the lower level bathroom on this. Watch when she finna go across that counter. Her hair supposed to be straight and flat, right? Watch this. I'ma skip this shit. Look, she over there. She finna go to the bathroom and everything. Go to the bathroom, boo. Go to the bathroom. It's all good. I'ma expose your ass when you get close to that goddamn camera. Go in that corner. That's all I want you to do. Go in that corner. Your hair supposed to be flat and straight, right? Let me get this bitch from the corner. Watch this. Check it out. I'ma stop it right here. Click it frame by frame. Look. Big hips. Look, watch this. The hair supposed to be flat and straight, right? If this ain't the goddamn best friend, bruh, when I messed this hairdo up, cause y'all remember when I went like I said, look, why when Kenneka come out from this back where the water fountain at, that's where the pool gonna be at. But why would she would come out right here? Look, it's flat iron straight. You see that? Look at the hair. You see how this person acts? Look, let me cover my face up. Boom, I'm thick as hell. I'm thick. Look at the jeans. No holes and patches in it, right? Hold on. Frame by frame. Watch this. Let me look at the titties. Yeah, you know me, Kenneka got some nice size titties, but they kind of a little long, you know what I'm saying, a little bit with a cuff. Nigga still love that. But she got long titties. Hold on, watch this. Check this out. Next frame. I gotta cover my face. Let me cover my face. Let me show my big ass hips. Let me take these big giant. Look, here go the hair. Watch where the hair finna go to. Look at the hair. Supposed to be flat iron straight, right? Watch this. Soon when the face pop up, look, you got lights. Look, you can see the lights on the ceiling, bro. Everything lit up, but it's still dark. Ain't this funny? That's just like walking in the goddamn kitchen with the lights on, and it's showing me we walking in the dark kitchen. Look, watch this. Look at the foot. Watch this. Watch how the hair finna change. Look at the hair. The hair's still the same. Hold on. The hair's still gonna be the same. Oh, shit. Look. If the best friend set Kenneka up and got connection to the hotel, because she ain't the only one got connection. Me, Teresa, everybody, the Western there got connection to the hotel. But she set her friend to look at the jacket. Look, watch this. Look, y'all, look. Look at the hair. Watch the hair. Y'all, do this face match up with this face? Alone. Can't say I'm clout chasing now. You can't say goddamn Trey Gang don't know what the fuck he talking about, cause now this finna show you that man Trey Gang, goddamn Trey Gang was on they fucking ass, bro. Look at the face. The nose. Look at that nose. Same fucking nose with the hump. With the eyes and the same eyebrows. Keep this in mind. Everybody grieving for Zaharie. It's a cold part. Kenneka died because of this girl, bro. Because of her best friend. And she end up dying, the best friend end up dying to get more clout than Kenneka, bro. And she the one that's playing her on the footage. Now you see why I went live and said, man, that girl had to die, bro. The reason why the girl had to die, if you go to my live video before she died, I say 2 live video before she pronounced dead. You would see like, damn, Trey Gang was on her ass and this girl had to die. Look.
Had to come down to the police station. Once she came, got to the police station and made the report, the missing person report. The only reason that crime, yes, obviously.
When was the friends that called you? When was their last time that they saw your daughter Kenneka alive? What's their last reaction and interaction with Kenneka?
Well, they stated to me it was 2, because I asked them how long she been missing, and they said it was 2 hours before they called me. I asked them why didn't they call me before. They said because one of the friends didn't want me to know that my daughter was missing. The one that left my house with Kenneka.
Right. Now, but did they say how she broke from the group? Like, how did she break away from the group?
Right.
Okay, it was like two different stories. First, that day that she came, she came up missing, they stated that they left her in the front lobby, which is on my 911 call.
Okay.
Because that's what they told me. Then later on that day in the afternoon, headed towards the evening, they stated to me they left her upstairs by the room door. So
they changed where they saw her last.
Yes.
But isn't there a point, if I recall correctly, when they released the videotapes, there was a point where she got out the elevator, but somebody was in the elevator? Am I recalling that wrong?
Those were, I think, the allegations of people saying that they were in the elevator. Because there's been so many conspiracy theories when it comes to what happened with your daughter, Kenneka.
So we didn't see anybody in the elevator with her?
No, not in the videos, not that I saw. Did you guys see anything different? No, we didn't see anything with that. No.
Okay.
But again, so many conspiracy theories were being thrown out there. So now, okay, so you're at the hotel, you find her. So when do they actually, from when you get to the hotel, when does the hotel finally find your daughter in the freezer?
Well, once I arrive.
Look, y'all. She never mentioned y'all know that Miss Teresa never mentioned the best friend. Now look, if Miss Teresa was so concerned about her daughter's death and want to know what happened to her and playing the role like she don't know what happened, don't you think the best friend supposed to be on the side with the mama and the best friend supposed to be online and letting everybody know I'm her best friend instead of Monifa? Now you see, check this out. Now you see why Miss Teresa got to keep the Monifa theory going on to cover up for the best friend, cause this who got the clout. This who sold the soul and gained fame and doing celebrity her. Miss Teresa just cast a check, right? You see this? Why you think Miss Teresa said, why Miss Teresa didn't say this in the beginning? Zaharie was her best friend. And I remember Zahari's being, Miss Teresa supposed to give you a story about Kenneka and Zaharie. When Kenneka died, she supposed to give you at least a story about the best friend. But she threw everybody out with the Monifa theory to cover up for the best friend. Look. They even added the girl tattoos on the body. Watch this. Go back to the old crime scene. Check this out. You will see why. Oh. That's why Leonora said she had a change of clothes in the car. That's why Leonora said she had to change in the clothes playing the role. Yeah, since the dogs and you know what I'm saying? But look who had on the clothes. Look. Again.
Rosemont police released 8 snippets of raw surveillance video from last Friday showing the 19-year-old walking and at times staggering through the halls.
Look at that chest. Sit perfectly like hers. Same outfit. Check this out. You want to know why Miss Teresa was like, where's my baby clothes? I'm asking for the baby clothes. Miss Teresa trying to make it look like Rosemont don't want to give Kenneka outfit back, her clothes back, because DNA, because it might spark some DNA. Now you see why the DNA, what it look like that if you bring back Kenneka clothes and you test her best friend coochie hairs, pubic hairs in her clothes that she supposed to be found dead in. That's why Mr. Reese said, oh, y'all didn't take no DNA? No, and try to and play the public and say, they said they didn't even take DNA. So that must be a conspiracy cover-up. You mean to tell me, bruh, all because Zaharie died, y'all really weeping over Zaharie? I'm looking on the media page, bruh. Zaharie got more clout than Kenneka do. Everybody must fair realize, oh man, we finally figured out that's Zaharie on the foot. Look at her thighs. Look at these thighs. It's the same fucking thighs. Look, watch this. Check this out. I promise you, this receipt right here, look, Mr. Reese made this on September the 16th. On 2019, look. She said this is disgusting. Look. This what, look, check this out. This look what the mama doing. Oh, this is why they had to show you all pictures of Kenneka in her younger days, cause the real cover up don't show pictures of the real best friend with Kenneka. When her and Kenneka would be, y'all look, Kenneka got pictures with her best friend on social media. Ain't it strange that you never see a picture with Kenneka and her best friend together like they best friend? Keep that in mind, because it was all deleted, right? All right, check this out. You want to know that you did no research. That's why Monifa was sitting up here posing as the best friend. I'm her best friend. I'm her to get her out of it. Everybody got the same agenda. The mammy put it on Monifa. Leonora put it on Monifa. Even this bitch went live and said, yeah, Monifa, you brought those dudes at the party. They were shading, and the dude that was at the party is her homies. I tell you what, if you want me to show you some real receipts, hold up. Guess who in charge of this group? Kenneka Ma, clue for thoughts and opinion about her death. Ooh, look at the title. Kenneka Ma, clues and thoughts and opinion about her death. Meaning, look who responsible for this group. You can look up the moderators, the administrators, and see who they is, and this finna fuck you up. You finna be like, damn, I was following the devil. Yeah, you was. Yeah, you was. You were following the devil. This what it, guess who in control of this group? I ain't even gonna tell you who it is. If you don't do your research, fuck you. That's why you got Kenneka in this picture. Look, watch this. This is why they finna show you this. Boom, 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 boom. Look. Look, look. Check it out. If you look at this photo, watch this, y'all. Now look, watch this. You can tell this picture Photoshop. Thumb me up if you could tell this picture Photoshop right here. Look at it. Look, you see how head? Look, you got a big ass head right here on the, supposed to be fitting on the body. Look, you can't tell me this Photoshop right here. Watch this game. Check this out. Look. This the same girl. If you type her name in, this do your research. Type this name in Google, not YouTube, not Instagram. Google. Kenneka text message. You will see, damn, they act like they didn't even know who Kenneka was. That's why Chosen King had to expose them. Look, why you think you got this video? Look. This was in March 19th. Look. Y'all see how I know so much? Cause these bitches following me, bruh. Who this is? Do you know who this is? This the same bro that I showed y'all right here. This is her. Bam, watch this. Look. Look how when they denied her, they said, I don't know no motherfucker Kenneka. But when Chosen King said, you bitches related. Next thing you know, you got J for K. Then you got Monifa out there. Look how Monifa trying to fit in. You see how this ugly ass duck trying to fit in to a crowd of bitches that look like queens and shit, right? Look, check this out. Boom. Jazzy right. Look at all this shit. These the same people that said, I don't know no Kenneka. The case got so hot, they dissing themselves from Kenneka. All because of the best friend. When Chosen King told everybody the truth, boy, these people came out with purple hearts and said, yeah, just to fuck a nigga. And that made me so mad. Cause look, Irene Roberts, when they said, yeah, we've been planning this for months, you see why Irene said, in a minute, I met her 3 years ago. Look, this when the setup started. Boom. This how she met these people through her best friends. She met these people through her best friends, bruh. Hold up, watch this. This why Mr. Reese had to show y'all old video. Cause this finna make it look, this what Miss Reese wanna make it look like. Oh, they been friends. They'll never set her up. You see Irene, you see Kenneka, you see Bree, they all chilling. Them her real friend. Yeah, okay, I tell you what, bitch, I'm finna light you up. I remember when you told me before they found Kenneka body, you can't say nobody put something in that drink. It wasn't Monifa. This shit finna hit different. Look. This 2016, I don't know what the fuck your problem is, but you a bitch and you want to start acting funny towards me and talk shit behind my back. I thought you were my best friend. Whoa! Hold up. Who she talking about in 2016? Shamaya? Who she talking about? Shamaya 2016. October the 6th. So is she cool with Shamaya? Are they enemies? Oh, I see nobody ain't paying me no motherfucker attention around here. I see everybody soft as fuck around this J4K shit, bruh. You mean to tell me you don't see this shit about Shemaya? Okay, fuck it. Let's act like we don't know what the fuck going on with Shemaya and this post right here on October the 20. Look. Hold up. Matter of fact, let me do it like this here. That's why you don't see no Kenneka tattoos. That's why Miss Teresa and them had to look. You know, matter of fact, I ain't even got to school you. You can do your own research. And your own research, check this out. If you do your own research, you will see how simple this shit was. Look at this shit. And you want to know why Miss Teresa was connected to all? Y'all remember her? Oh. Y'all remember her? And these people friends with me, bruh. Who? Tyra mama? Who? Who is she supposed to be? Who? Who this? Who is this? Never mind. You would never know. I'm out, gang. I ain't even get 300 likes just for Kenneka, bro. Just because. I'm showing you. Matter of fact, let me do this right quick before I get out of here. Look at the hairdo. 1 frame, 2nd frame, 3rd frame, 4th frame, 5th frame, 6th frame. Look at that hair. Look at the edges. You don't see the edges now? You finna see them clearly now. Boom! What? The fuck you talking about? This what she'll look like with this. What her dad said when she was on that goddamn man, ooh. Nah, you know what? I'm out, gang. Cause you know what? I did the best I can do. I'm trying to show everybody what's going on. I'm showing you receipt. And the reason why I said, man, look, I'm through talking about this shit. Because you could do your if I say I'm through talking about this shit, you could pick up where I left off at and you could take control on the Kenneka Jigga case. That's the cold part about it. This just let me know the Illuminati real. This just let me know how Mason really work. Cause check this out. Look at this. Watch this, y'all. If you go back to all Kenneka Martin post, not the Kenneka Jenkins, type in Kenneka Martin on Facebook. Watch what you finna get. Boom. Look. Watch what you finna get. Boom. Look. Watch what you finna get. This what you finna get. Ooh, you don't even know what this girl was working at. You would never know. You'd be like, ooh, look at Kenneka. She got a job, but you don't want to know. You don't want to know where she working at. You don't want to know why these motherfuckers sitting up and taking pictures. You don't want to know why the fuck these motherfucking bitch ass. Now I'm so motherfucking mad right now. Let me keep scrolling. You got this duck ass bitch think she fine and thick, nothing ass bitch. And you got these fuck ass hoes that's nothing. Nothing, bro. And you got the mammy sitting up here and you want to act like while she going ham on goddamn it. Hold on. Not only that, right? Then you got this bitch. You have a question with Lyra. No, what kind of motherfucking question you have as a parent? Stupid ass bitch. Then you got this shit going on. Hold on, let me keep playing this shit. Cause everything I'm showing you, you can do your own fucking research. You do your own research. You think I'm lying? Look at Zaharie Walker, nigga. Girl, I miss you so much. Bitch, you don't miss her. You play her on the footage. Then guess what? Look, this person said, I got 500 to tell you who killed Kenneka, and I got info. Guess what this bitch said? I don't need no goddamn money. I'm not a goofy. Why would I pay you? Shit. No, watch this shit, bro. Yeah. Then you got this shit. Hold up. Then you got this shit. With who? Hold up. Then you got this shit. Why you don't never see no... Watch this. Why you don't see a Zaharie on Kenneka Facebook posts? It's a reason for that. She the best friend, right? Pie y'all. She the best friend, right? Boom. Now you want to see who Tyra Thompson is? Then Tyra Thompson stay in California. And you want to know why I went to Crenshaw and show y'all? Look, y'all. Watch Crenshaw. Crenshaw was exposing Miss Teresa. And Crenshaw did a background check on Miss Teresa and did a background check, and they come back to underage girl. And you want to know why they come back to underage girl? Shit. I'm through talking. I'm out, gang. Fuck this shit, bruh. This same picture, Crenshaw, you can go to Crenshaw video and tell you, boy, man, this shit is so crazy. Ooh-wee, man. Look at this girl. Always been slim and trim. Slim and trim, bro. But then again, they played you with this bitch. Yeah. Yeah, they played you with her. Her. Don't that look like her on that footage? Then make it so bad. Look, I can't even make this shit up, bruh. Bruh, I can't even clout chase on this shit if I wanted to. I can't do nothing but this better than clout chasing. Just show the truth. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this. Why do you think they had to edit the tattoos? Watch this. This shit finna be so serious. Why you think they had to edit the tattoos? If you go to her tattoos, hold on, for a prime example, right? Now let me keep scrolling. Let me just keep scrolling. See this? See that? I don't know no Kenneka. I'm her best friend. Nah, bitch, I'm my best friend. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, oh, look, check it out. Look who is in control of this group on September the 13th and giving you this. Now go to this. Oh, now you see why they threw Monifa Sheldon as a best friend. Then show younger pictures of Kenneka. Show younger pictures of Kenneka when she was friends with Monifa and them at that time. Look, watch this. Remember Kizzy? Well, her daughter. Look, this is Zaharie mama. Look what she said. This was at my house when you were learning how to do her. What? This in 2020. So they let you know what? Oh, y'all remember when Kenneka came? Y'all remember when there was a big talk about Kenneka had a ring and her ring missing? Thumb me up, y'all remember they said Kenneka had a ring and it was missing. And you know, ain't nobody just really paying attention to a ring on the finger. We just thinking about the hallway, and you know what I'm saying, how she get out in the hallway and all that, right? Guess who had matching best friend's ring? It would make sense that if Kenneka friend, best friend got... I'm through talking. I'm through talking, guys. I'm through talking. Look. See this? Look. And flashing money. September the 30th. Check this out. Do you know what was going on September the 30th? They released a video. This is what they released September the 30th. This video right here. Man, y'all, when Zach said, why y'all released that footage after her death? Kenneka was buried, allegedly, on the 31st. And they released the footage when these bitches get to throwing up money? Yeah. Look, watch this. This September the 9th, 2012. Damn, it been 5 years. I wonder what you're doing. Come on, bro. These people know what's going on. Teresa Mama, look. This is why my check this out. This just show you how Trey Gang owned it. You see how the Pacquiao Gang put the bitch on blast? Stop going out the AK-47 and Trey Gang. You look guilty. You can't fool me. You see what I'm saying? Look. Trey Gang and AK-47 put Miss Teresa on blast, bro. Watch this. Look, October the 30th. Check this out. If I show y'all October the 10th, when Miss Teresa was in the parking garage celebrating, that's when they closed the case. Look. When they close the case, ain't Miss Teresa on Dr. Oz show begging for help, but she knew they were gonna close the case? Look. Bruh. Just check it out. You was heard nothing about Kenneka Jenkins, but you heard about Kenneka Martin. That's a big difference. Look up Kenneka Jenkins. Guess what you finna get when you look up Kenneka Jenkins? Look what you finna get when you look up Kenneka Martin. It's a big difference. When you look up Kenneka Martin, ooh, boy, that's why they exposing Irene. Bam! Since they exposing Irene, right? Check this out. Hold up. I need to keep scrolling on this. Look at them. This the same girl that was sitting here. Look, they laughing at the funeral. You know what? This make me so mad. It's 400 people in here. We ain't even got enough support in the chat, bruh, to put these folks on blast. If you don't give a fuck, that's on you. I curl. I never talk about this case again.